Cobalt, Ontario, an old mining town, famous in its day as a source of silver, cobalt, and wealth.
This is the remnants of the old McKinley-Dare mine shaft. This was the location of the original discovery in cobalt in 1903, but was not recognized as such until many years later because of the very rich silver find. Cobalt then had its second revival after the big drop in the price of silver in the 20s. It's because of the cobalt content in the ore rather than the silver. My recollection is pretty strong because it was the first time I really worked underground. And we had a very tough job. I was only about 17, 18 at the time. That was 1928, 29. We were really chosen because we were young and physically fit. And I was engaged on tramming cobalt ore, which of course is several times as heavy as ordinary rock. The old cars we had in those days were not the ball bearing type like we have today, and we used to have to grease the axles every time we came out to the station. And it took a big husky man to handle them, even when they got them out there. We had to be young and athletic to stand the gaff. There was also, of course, some great speculations, and I would say that there's literally 100 companies in cobalt from which speculators made tremendous profits. And, of course, Casa Loma was made from the profits in cobalt. That's how it got all its ornate doorknobs and everything else. When I hear some of the modern-day multi-millionaires that made their money on stock markets saying that nobody ever made any money in speculative stocks, I laugh because they just don't know anything about the history of mining.
This is CBC.
A TV9 Newswatch.
Good afternoon. No survivors. Crews working off the coast of Ireland have given up hope finding any more victims of the Air India explosion.
Ronald Reagan is considering cutting off all goods and services to Beirut. The president to force the Shiite hijackers to give up the 40 American hostages in Lebanon.
Scotland Yard says it has broken up an IRA terrorist plot. Today, officials are searching for explosives in Britain's seaside resorts.
Paying to learn. More students are taking the private school option. In Windsor, 2 new schools will open this fall.
Rain finally stopped falling at Wimbledon, and that famed tennis tournament is now underway.
And the weather once again made almost everybody happy, and the forecast continues to look just great.
Also tonight, we'll watch Richard training for the Automan. Join us at 5:30 for Newsday.
Newsday weather with Richard Zarowski, weeknights on CBT TV9 Windsor.
Hi, I'm Samantha Taylor, and welcome to Video Hits. Today, Corey Hart, Paul Young, David Bowie, Hall & Oates, and in honor of this being Tuesday, here's Till Tuesday with their number 14 song on our charts, Mrs. Carey.
I'm so happy the band's doing well. By the way, what's with the hair? Is that part of the new image?